Guess who got brands talking? Brandlife.co.za.
Good afternoon and welcome to Love and Relationship. My name is Ndon E. I will be sharing with you some wisdom keys about love and relationship. Stay tuned. Good afternoon, guys. Today I'm talking about marriage misconceptions. And I believe I'll be joined in the studio with a guest later on. But I just need to start up with some of those misconceptions that people have. It discourages some people from getting married. It's not the right understanding, but sometimes these misconceptions become a general thing that people talk about. It becomes common, and some people tend to believe them because everyone is talking about them. So I've just listed out a few misconceptions about marriage that we need to address and put it in the right perspective. Like, one of them is people thinking that marriage should resemble the wedding day. I mean, it's something like the excitement they have in the wedding day should continue throughout marriage, and if that excitement is not there, then this marriage is not good. So I would like to say that a wedding is a ceremony. Marriage is what you have after the wedding. So whatever excitement you have during the wedding, and all that you have to do, know that marriage is the main deal. Marriage is not the wedding. The wedding is the ceremony that introduces the marriage. So marriage is different. And that's why I say to people that you have to prepare for marriage more than you prepare for the wedding day. The wedding is only one day. Marriage is a whole lifetime. A lot of people fail because they spend all their life, in fact, from the day they said yes to their spouse or to their fiancé, they spend the rest of the days planning the wedding, getting on catalogs and all that, wedding planner. They forget to plan their marriage. Marriage is you discussing with your spouse to be how you want things to be. Having a vision of how you want that marriage to be, having a constitution of which includes the things that you want to see in your marriage and the things you don't want to see. Talking about things that has to do with your life together. That is the marriage plan. I mean, you sit down with your spouse to be and you try to understand each other. What is it that he likes? What is it that you like? The likes and dislikes, the things that you have to do together. So I believe that is more important than even the wedding day plans. So, but don't think that the excitement you have in the wedding day must be the same. After that day, you must always be excited. No, you have to work things out to have a happy marriage. Another misconceptions people have is that a good marriage works out itself. So some people come together for marriage and they don't have any plan. I don't know. I think that some people, the most common plan people have about marriage is children. I hear that commonly. How many kids should we have? 7, 10, 5, and they just begin to plan. I want 3, I want 7, and that's all. And the thing that when they come in, things will just work out. You just wake up, you're happy, you go out for work, you come back. No. There has to be a plan. Marriage does not work out itself. It needs you and your partner to work it out. That's why I say to people that marriage is like a virgin garden given to you and your partner by God to plant whatever you would like to harvest from it. So if you plant nothing is going to come through. And when nothing is coming through, if you have a garden that you plant nothing, weeds will grow on it, thorns will grow. So there will be problems, there will be challenges because you are not doing anything with the garden. So anything grows on it. And that's what happens to a lot of people's marriages. Anything happens. In fact, your friends can even throw in something there and it grows. They throw in some negative thoughts, they throw in some, things that should not be part of your marriage. And, it happens. because you did not plant anything. So you have to work out your marriage. It doesn't work out itself. The third thing I see a lot of people have is that they think that marriage will automatically make them closer as a couple. Marriage does not automatically make you close as a couple. You have to work out your bonding, your closeness. You have to work things out. I don't know, a lot of people think that when a more anointed pastor blesses your marriage, that everything is going to go well. Listen to me. I believe personally that one of the major problems of marriage is not the devil. It's selfishness, self-centeredness. So it doesn't matter who blesses your marriage. It doesn't matter who pours oil on you or wherever you did the wedding. If you cannot get rid of selfishness in your life, you might still have a lot of issues to deal with. So you need to work on yourselves. You need to be delivered from selfishness. You need to focus on pleasing your spouse, and your spouse will focus on pleasing you, and you can work things out. You need to work towards being close. I say this, that the main purpose of marriage, by my understanding, is for two people to live as one and fulfill the purpose of their lives together. Two are better than one. So when two people are working together as one, it will help them to be more productive. It will help them to achieve more in life. So you have to have communication, effective communication. You have to work things out and bond together as one. You don't have to do things the way you used to do before. You just wake up, you do your own thing. No, you have to work things out together. You have to ask your spouse, how does your spouse feel about this? You have to get input from your spouse in whatever you want to do. It's important. That's how you build closeness. That's how you will be able to work together. So you must agree on things together to be able to work together. So marriage does not automatically make you closer as a couple. And the last one I want to share before I go on a break is that some people think that real love depreciates in marriage with time. This is not true. I believe that what a lot of couples have at the beginning is attraction, not real love. Real love grows with time. It does not depreciate. But attraction, sometimes it fades away with different issues, different things. And for me, I believe that the real love, as it grows, the attraction grows also. It may not be the kind of feeling you had, when you first met your spouse or your partner. People say they have butterfly or whatever happening in their system. It may not be that way. But the thing is this: the more you grow to know your partner, the more you grow to understand this person, the more you benefit from this person, the more you love this person, the more you can work together, the more you can believe in this person. So real love should grow with time. It should not depreciate with time. So if you're married now and you're still having some struggles, you just got married maybe a year or 2 years ago, something like that. Sometimes the first 3 years are very challenging because that's when both of you are trying to sort out yourselves. You were used to living alone. Your partner was used to living alone. Now, how do you work together? But you can work together if you can always try to agree over issues, and the love can grow with time. So give time for love to grow in your marriage. Don't just give up because something happened the first year, the first few months. No, you have to build this thing. Marriage is something you build, and you get out from marriage what you put in. So guys, I'll be taking a quick break. I'll be back soon to continue this discussion. Thank you.
Harnessing the power of talk radio. brandlive.co.za.
Have you ever thought about the power of social media? Social media has the power to make your business grow. Yeah. Why don't you let us manage your social media? Because our business is to see your business grow. Visit us at www.beastdownmedia.co.za.
Making a bold statement yet blending into the surrounding suburbs of Melville, 27 Boxes is a realization of edgy design and practical implementation. A radical departure from the shopping malls of our generation, yet not a return to the high streets of our youth. 27 Boxes showcases the best of a shopping centre set in a garden, surrounded by the bohemian suburb that is Melville. 27 Boxes, shop, play, eat.
Welcome back to Love and Relationship. Today I'm talking about marriage misconceptions. What are those misconceptions that people have about marriage that limits them? So we've listed a few of them. We've talked about marriage will not resemble what you have in the wedding day forever. You have to work out your marriage. Marriage will not automatically make you closer to your spouse. You have to work out your closeness. Real love does not depreciate in marriage with time, it grows with time. Another one I want to talk about is sex. Some people think that sex is boring in marriage with time. You know, I've heard so many things. I've heard a person say that a man spoke to a lady and said to her, you know what, a man can have his pap, all the time, but he also needs other varieties of meal. That's when the men think they have excuse to have other ladies outside, because the wife they have is like a constant pap and meats, and then they need to have rice and maybe McDonald's and something. Those are all wrong misconceptions. Sex is not meant to be boring in marriage with time. Sex is meant to be better and more pleasurable with time. Remember, sex is something you explore. It's something you get to know with a person. So if you are with one person over time and you get to explore this person's body and you can understand what pleases this person, I think you should enjoy sex better with that person than rather, making it boring. Because now you understand how this person wants it, and you can try different things with this person because you trust this person. I don't know, the mindset that people have when they think that, sex with different people is more pleasurable than sex with one person. I believe that sex with one partner can be more pleasurable than sex with different people. If you can trust your partner and you know that your partner is faithful to you, you are the rest. Because when you're having sex with a stranger, what goes on in your mind? You might contract a disease, you might, have some issues after that. So you wouldn't want to carry that in your mind while having sex. So I believe sex is more enjoyable in marriage with time. The next misconception I have is people thinking that getting married will solve problems of infidelity. I think this is wrong. I've had people ask me a question in one of my events. They said, if a woman gives in to a man's sexual needs, will that make the man faithful? I believe that men are moved by what they see. It's not really about their needs. Yes, their needs is important, but men are moved by what they see. If a man cannot control himself, his thoughts, with what he sees, he is subject to having infidelity in his life or in his marriage. So it doesn't matter how much you give to him, he might still be tempted outside because of the lust he has for other women he sees. So getting married will not solve an infidelity problem. I believe that people should tackle infidelity, or they should tackle lack of self-control before getting married. I believe you should address that issue by yourself, by trying to understand that your joy and happiness is not based on the physical. It's based on the connection you have with a person. Sex enjoyment of sex is not really based on the physical body. It has to do with emotions. It has to do with, the connections you have in your soul, in your spirit together. So you must endeavor to be sure that your partner will be faithful. So don't think that you marrying your partner will make him or her faithful. You must try to marry a faithful person. That is sure. Marriage will not solve infidelity. In fact, somehow it looks like the married men or the married women, they seem to have more freedom to do whatever they want to do. So make sure you get it right before you marry. Another misconception people have is they think that they can change their partners. You should never think that you can change your partner. Remember that your partner is grown up, is an adult, and then this person has had a character or a lifestyle that has been formed over many years. So you cannot just show up and then change the person just like that. It doesn't matter what you give to the person. That's why it is clear that money cannot buy love. You can't buy a person's love with money. All you can buy is the person's time. You can buy the person's body, but truly speaking, you can't buy a person's heart with money. Why? Because the heart of a person has certain qualities that it desires to see in a person. So if you don't have those qualities, you don't have those characters, the person's heart cannot be connected with yours. The person can use you for whatever he or she wants to gain and then move on. Or you find some people, they are married, but they use their money to find somebody else who will please them, who they feel they love. So you cannot change a person. You can't change a person, especially a person's character. You cannot change. Marry whom you are comfortable with. Marry a person whose character fits into your life, a person who suits you, a person you are happy with his or her lifestyle. Don't expect a change from what you don't like at all to what you like. Except a miracle happens. Well, but minus a miracle, it's not possible. So you cannot change your partner. Remember that. Another misconception a lot of people have is that kids will improve a marriage. So they always think that, having children will make things better. And you find even with those who are trusting God for children, maybe they've waited for some years, they don't feel happy together. The trusting God that, when I have kids, we'll be happy and all that. No. You can be happy without children, and kids will not improve marriage, because I believe that kids come with their own responsibility. If you are not happy together, both of you, the responsibility that children will bring might put a strain on the relationship, because things are not going to be the normal way they used to be. You have to wake up in the night, take care of the children, different routines, things will change. And when kids come, most of the time it challenges a relationship. But if that relationship was firmly rooted in love, in understanding, and the characters of the people are compatible, it will be easy to work things out. You can now, work with the kids and enjoy your marriage better. But kids just coming in will not make you have love. I believe this. You have to establish love with your partner on its own. Marriage is between two people, not between a man, woman, and children and kids. No, it's between two people, a man and his wife. So both of you must be happy staying together. You must be happy in love together. Another misconception that people have is their spouse is responsible for making them feel better. This is wrong. You are a complete individual on your own. You have to take responsibility for being happy, for feeling good. You don't have to wait for your spouse to make you happy. If there are things that you will need your spouse to do to make you happy, you can communicate that. in a way your spouse can receive with minimal or no effect or no offense. Sorry, that's what I call effective communication. So you have to take responsibility to be happy, to be complete, to be whole, not looking up to your spouse to make you happy or make you feel better. It is your life. You have to plant what you want to harvest from it. So that is a misconception. So when people get into marriage and their spouse is not making them happy, they feel sad and they feel that that's not the right person. No. In fact, you have to focus on making your spouse happy while your spouse focuses on making you happy. So, but if you're not happy within yourself, you can't make another person happy. So you have to find happiness within. Another misconception people have is that when they get married, their social life will continue as usual. I believe that when you get connected with someone else, when you're committed to another person, you also have to take into consideration the person you are connecting with. You don't have to do things the way you used to do before. I've heard, some ladies complain that the man, he just goes out, come back anytime, he doesn't care, so now we have social media, some people are on their phones just as usual. They don't care about communicating with their partner, they don't care about doing things together, carrying each other along. I think that if you live life the way you used to live before as a single person, there will be a problem. It's not possible. You have made a commitment to another person. You have had a covenant with another person. You need to carry the person along. Now you're sharing your life with someone else, so it won't be as usual. So the last one I want to mention is a misconception where people think that marriage has to be perfect or it's a failure. So if it's not perfect, where everything is perfect, everything is wonderful, then the marriage has failed. No, that's wrong. Marriage has its own challenges. Just like any partnership will do, because you are two individuals trying to come together to work out something together. So there will be challenges. You have to be focused on the goal that you have together, to love each other, to care for each other. You have to learn to overlook some things, tolerate, have patience. There are a lot of things that needs to come in for you to have a beautiful marriage. So marriage is not just perfect on its own. People work it out. And if you are working things out, don't think that you are failing. Everybody worked something out in their marriage. So just know that this is like, going through a process to get to where you want to be. So be patient, persevere, work things out, listen to one another, communicate, have a vision together, do everything that will help you to work in agreement, and your marriage will get better and better and better. So I would like to wrap it up there today, and I'm inviting you to a program we're having for married couples. This event is going to help you. We call it Marriage New Wine. It's coming up on the 16th of February 2019. The venue is 272 Oak Avenue, Fendel. Please come with your spouse. The entry is free. We're starting by 3 p.m. You can check our website for more details, www.livingasoneevents.com, or you can send me a message or give me a call on 078-255-4517, or send us an email on livingasoneevents@gmail.com. Please come with your spouse. The aim of this event is to help renew the love in marriage. Renew the love you had before. Strengthen your marriage. Make it better than it was before. You'll meet with other married couples and you will share peculiar issues and you'll find ways and solutions for them. So I believe you too can enjoy your marriage. I look forward to see you there. Thank you very much for listening. Until same time next week, please tune in again. I look forward to hear from you, feedbacks, questions, whatever you have to share with me. Please feel free to do that. Thank you for listening. God bless you.
This message was sponsored by friends and partners of Living as One events. You are invited to our singles and married couples event featuring seminars, talk shows, Q&A sessions, single mingles, couples games, and many more. You may visit our website for details of our events and register at www.livingasOneevents.com. You can also get our books on relationships titled Why Should I Get Married and Living as One. We also do counseling for couples and singles who want to make the right decisions regarding their relationships. For more info, please contact us on 078 255 4517 or email us at livingasOneevents@gmail.com. Please tune in again for another episode of Love and Relationship. God bless you.
Harnessing the power of talk radio. brandlive.co.za